It is Aybl'S birthday sale, which is starting on Monday the 23rd of March at 7 p.m. British time. And I thought I'd go through some of my top picks with you guys because I get the questions every sale about like what I would recommend, what would suit this, what would suit that, and I thought let's just make a video about it that you guys can watch. I can try on some bits, I can explain everything to you, I can show you some of my absolute faves, and then hopefully by the time the sale comes you've already got everything in your basket and you can literally just press check out before everything sells out. I feel like this is going to be kind of chaotic if I'm going to be honest with you. I don't really have any organisation skills, so I could go from shorts to sports bras to something. You're just going to have to bear with me, okay? I thought we might as well just go with what I'm wearing first. This is very new. I got this the other day. So this is the varsity sweatshirt. Now I have this in a extra large, and let me tell you, it is extra large. I love an all black fit. I think all black fits are such a staple in a gym wardrobe. So first of all, which is actually kind of new-ish, I've got the Essentials double layer sports bra. As you can see, it's like double layered, so it has like a halter neck here, and then at the back it's just black and just has your normal like straps, and it is adjustable. Obviously the halter neck bit isn't adjustable, but these straps are. This is definitely one of my favourites. I just think it's so flattering. So 100% would get these in your basket. They did sell out so quickly when they first came out, so definitely look out for this. And then these leggings are such a staple. Like I will only really ever wear in power leggings. So it is quite high-waisted, but as I said, in leggings, I do really like that. And then I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but it does have a really flattering scrunch bum at the back. Moving on to the next collection, and if you follow me, you would know this collection is my absolute ride or die. It is the Adapt collection. Now I'm showing you this colour because I only got this colour yesterday. I've been wanting it for so long, but it's always been sold out. And even the sports bra I haven't been able to get yet, but I saw the shorts and I was like, gonna have to get this. So with Adapt, they've altered the waistband so it's a mid to low waist rather than a high waist. I think with the shorts anyway, it can be adapted to be maybe a little bit more higher waist than they were intended to be, which is what I love. Like you can pull them up to kind of come up at the sides, which is what I love, and I'll show you that in a minute. So yeah, it has a shorter waistband. It also has the V shape at the back, which they hadn't done with a collection yet, and this is the first one they did with it. It obviously has the bum scrunch still, and if you'll notice there's like loads of like excess material here. It basically contours your glutes and gives them just like the nicest lift in the world. I'd probably say they're the most flattering shorts in my opinion. So yeah, they are supposed to sit just below the belly button, but because the material is so stretchy, then if you do prefer a little bit more of a higher waist, then you can just pull them up. And then on the glutes, I don't know how well you're going to see it in this lighting, but they've got the most gorgeous scrunch bum. If you bought Adapt when they first were released and you didn't love them, try them again, because I think it was sometime last year they got a complete revamp. Like they got massively improved, the fit was improved, the material was improved, and they are just like 100 times better than when they were first released. Because when they were first released, I think they were having problems with material bunching a little bit, but that doesn't happen at all now. Like they are absolutely perfect. So if you did try them when they were first released and thought, no, these aren't for me, definitely try them again. So that's Adapt. In all Adapt shorts, I wear a size small. In Adapt leggings, I would wear a size medium just because it gives me a little bit more room to play with, because I do find they are a little bit more tighter on the leggings, but it completely depends. Like I know a lot of the girls, they don't size up and they just go true to size, but it probably does come from the fact that I don't like a lower waist, and on the leggings there's not much room to play with like pulling them up for a higher waisted look. Speaking of low waist, my next suggestion for the sale, if you do love a low waist, and these are absolutely incredible shorts, and if they weren't as low as they are, then they would probably be my favourite, but as I said, I'm just not a low-waisted girly. But the bits they do for your glutes is absolutely insane. Like it's probably the most like lifting contoured short that Aybl'S have brought out. So this is the Enhance on me. So as you can see, you probably can see my dark pants a little bit, but that's because they're dark. And when you put light underwear with this, I'm not even joking, you literally cannot see it at all. So as you can see, it is quite a bit below my belly button. So like Adapt kind of sits here, Empower sits like up here. And just look what it does for the glutes. So with this collection, it is definitely more compression, so I would size up. So I size up to a medium instead of a small, and they fit absolutely perfect to me. So next we're going to go on to sports bras, which is probably my most asked question, because people want to know what's good for support, what's good for maybe larger busted people, what's good for running. So I'm going to go through some of my favourites with you. I am obviously, I think I'm with like a 34 double D. So that kind of gives you a reference as to like what you might need to go for. The first one I'm going to go through, I don't actually wear these too much, but when I find them, I wonder why I don't wear them as much. They're very full coverage, and I would say they do have some support. Like I would say they're probably like a medium support, and that is the sports bra from the Staple collection. Now, as you can see, there is a lot of coverage here, which I find is really nice. But if you've ever worn the Staple material, like it is the most buttery soft material in the world. I kind of compare it to like a Pilates yoga material. So if you're really into that, I would definitely recommend the Staple collection as a whole. It's just not something that I love to wear, but it just doesn't really suit my body type. But I do love wearing the sports bras. So if you wanted more coverage, then I 100% would recommend this Staple. If you are also looking for a bit more coverage as well, I would definitely recommend the Essential Ruched sports bra. So I've been wearing these for years, and when I was doing like my whole running high rocks journey and I was training for that, I would always wear these because I feel like they have like the biggest support out of all of the sports bras. They've obviously got a lot more coverage. And what I would do actually when I was running and when I was competing in my high rocks, because obviously I'm doing like burpees and doing running, I don't want titties flying everywhere. So I would actually double up. So I would double up on 2 of these. I probably actually didn't need to double up on like 2 of these ones. I could have doubled up on this and then maybe like an Adapt sports bra or something maybe like not as heavy as this, because I did sometimes feel like I was getting suffocated because I had 2 of these on. But that literally, it held them in place, like they weren't going anywhere. So if you wanted like high support and you were looking to buy something, I would definitely like buy this and then just wear it with one of your other sports bras as well underneath, and like you're not going anywhere. Trust me. We then probably go on to the less coverage, less support ones. So we've got the Enhanced sports bras. These do actually come in a few different shapes. So this is like the square neck normal sports bra, which again I would say is like, it is quite good support. Again, I wouldn't go running in it, I don't think. I haven't tried, but I probably wouldn't. But it is a good support. This colour hasn't been released yet, so don't take any notice of the colour. But they also have a, what's this called? A one shoulder sports bra, which I didn't think I would like because I'm not really a one shoulder person, but I actually really love these, and the fact that they have like a little rubber insert in the side just so it sticks to your skin, absolutely love. And I think, I don't know whether it's, no, I think it's the Essential collection. Aybl'S now does a bandeau. I can't wear them at all because like I will show myself to every single person in the world, but wish I could, and like they look so good as well, and I love the look of bandeaus as well. So I would definitely have a look at those if you're a girlie that loves a bandeau. Am I saying it right? A bandeau? A bandeau? Bandeau. And then we have the Adapt sports bra. This is my favourite sports bra ever. It doesn't have support and it is quite minimal. I do quite like that. I like the minimal look, and I don't run anymore and I'm not doing high rocks training, so I don't really necessarily need the support that the others would give me, which is probably why I don't wear them as much anymore. But I just absolutely love these. So they have interchangeable straps. So at the moment it's a crossback, as you can see, but you can actually change these. So I always wear mine as a cross because I find this gives me the best support. If I put it into a halter neck or the other way, then it doesn't give me as much support. But you can unhook all of these straps, and then if you wanted to put it as a halter neck, you would take off this whole strap, you would unclip the bottom of this one and just clip it onto the front, if that makes sense. And then you can wear it so it's like 2 straps down the middle and 1 strap across your back, which I think looks really lovely. I think these are probably my #1 sports bra, the Adapt Strappy. There is an Adapt normal sports bra, so it's a little bit more high coverage, and then they brought out the Strappy. So if you like a more minimal look, definitely go for the Adapt Strappy. Don't go for just the Adapt sports bra. We're now going to go on to just the random bits and pieces I definitely would recommend, and you probably see me a lot in. #1, if you were following me last year, then you would know that I was in these constantly. So this is the baby tees. Now I wanted baby tees to come out for so long. I just love the look of them. I love the sleeved kind of cropped look. If you've seen pictures of me in these and you think that looks a bit different to this, because they aren't actually very close to the skin. What word am I trying to say? They're not very tight on the stomach. So what I actually do is I'll put this on and I'll have a sports bra underneath. I would wear something like the enhanced sports bras that have a thick underneath bit, and I would basically just tuck this under my sports bra, so basically it's the same length as my sports bra, if you get what I mean. And I would do that the whole way around, and I'll put the picture up here, but then it's just super tight to me and just absolutely gorgeous. So if you love a baby tee and you just kind of want to be a little bit more covered up, then I would 100% recommend these, and they're so well priced as well. Yeah, I was shocked when they first brought these out. One of my favourite outfits to wear. So if you can see here, they have it's a green logo. Now, the Adapt, I can never remember what green this is. I have a feeling it's muted olive, but I could be wrong, but it would work with any green. But look how well that goes. That outfit, incredible, absolute chef's kiss. It looks like they were made for each other, which maybe they were. So yeah, if you love the baby tee and wanted a really good outfit, then I would definitely recommend the grey with the green logo and the Adapt green short. So I think this is muted olive. So in the baby tees, I wear a size small. Probably could go down to an extra small, but then I think it would be super, super tight on my arms. But as I said, I just tuck it in, so I don't really think the size matters too much with that. Next, this is a new launch. So this is the Essential Tank Top, which again, if you've worn the staple, it kind of has the same kind of buttery soft material. It has a embedded sports bra, which is absolutely this saved me in Australia, because I was just wearing this and I didn't have to worry about getting hot with a sports bra as well. It just has it inside, so it's absolutely perfect. And also I have a white one of this as well, and I was just wearing that with normal outfits, not gym wear, and it worked perfectly. So yeah, this is perfect, and it's kind of cropped, kind of not. It still covers all of your belly, but it's not long. And I've got this in a size medium because it is quite tight. So I got it in the same size as I usually would with a sports bra, and it's perfect. So the next collection I'm going to talk you through is the Sculpt collection, which, if I'm going to be honest with you, has so many staple pieces in this collection. I think it's one that people kind of forget about sometimes, but the pieces in there are just so insane and they go with everything. So you've probably seen this one a lot. It is the Sculpt top. So it's kind of a compression-y material, it's super, super stretchy. It has the most insane shapes. As you can see, it goes in on the waist and then kind of comes out on the bottom. So this is a size small. And as you can see, it's so stretchy. But I love things to be super tight. If I'm going to be wearing a compression top, I want it to hug me. I've only recently just discovered this, which is mental because it's literally been out for I don't know, a very long time. But I don't really wear jackets. If you go through my Instagram, you will never really see me wear one, just because with Aybl'S, a lot of their jackets are quite cropped, and I'm not a big fan of that. So I've never really worn the jackets. And then I found the Sculpt jackets. These are very similar to the Sculpt top in the way that it really focuses on accentuating your figure. So it will go in on the waist and it will come back out at the hips, and it's dipped at the front. So it really just if you don't have an hourglass figure, it will make you have an hourglass figure. if you already have an hourglass figure, it's literally going to make you look. So as you can see, it's like super figure hugging, but it dips down at the front here and then goes back up at the back, and it just gives you the most amazing shape ever. So I get this in a size small, and the material is super stretchy as well, so even if you do size down in it, it's absolutely fine because it's super stretchy. And then I'm probably going to say the last thing that I would definitely recommend is going to be a tracksuit. So in hoodies, I always get a size large just because I love the oversized look, and then in joggers, in most joggers, I will get a size large just because, again, I love like the oversized fit, and where I do have like bigger legs, it just means that it doesn't like cling to my legs, like it does just hang off me. But the one tracksuit collection that like I'm just absolutely in love with is the lifestyle collection. So it's like more of a lightweight material. It's straight leg, which is what I prefer as well, and it has a zip up jacket. So these are the joggers, which I will put on to show you. But I actually, in these joggers, get a size medium because they are so oversized. I am 5'7" for reference, and the reason why I get large in most of the joggers is because I need that extra length. But on these ones, I've got a medium, and they're literally on the floor, and I've washed them, so they have shrunk a little bit, and they're still on the floor. So if you're a tall girl and you want a tracksuit, then I'd 100% recommend the lifestyle collection. So this is the jacket, and Aybl'S haven't done a jacket ever before that I know of anyway. If I do my hair nice at the gym and I'm wearing a jumper, I've then got to take that off and ruin my hair. First world problems, I know. But I've always wanted a jacket so I can like be warm, but when I want to take it off, I can just unzip it and not mess up my hair. The Aybl'S gods answered our questions and they gave us one. And an absolutely gorgeous one too. I have this in a large, so it's still oversized, and this is in, I don't know what colour it's in, but it's like a sandy beige colour. I did have it in the grey, but I spilled matcha powder all down the legs and completely ruined it, so don't do that. Hoping you can see this, but like they're literally still like traipsing on the floor. So when I have trainers on, usually I wear like quite thick soles for the gym anyway, so it works. But yeah, if you struggle with straight leg joggers, like finding them to fit you, then these would be absolutely perfect for you. I have actually found the plush jumper that I'm talking about as well, which is like my hyperfixation jumper at the moment. So as you can see, it's just like super discreet. It's not like a branding that's in your face, so you can like wear this anywhere, anytime. And if you're a man and you've made it this far, then my boyfriend actually has this jumper as well. So I got it for him in an extra large, and he does like a bit more of a cropped look, and like it fits perfect on him. But if you didn't want like a kind of cropped look, then if you got an extra large, he's 6'4" for reference, and yeah, it looks so good. So unisex jumper here. I hope I haven't babbled on too much for you. I am aware that I have just been speaking about clothes for the last 10-15 minutes, so if you're still here, thank you. And as I said, the sale starts on Monday the 23rd of March and at 7 PM English time. So whatever that is, convert it in your country. It is an up to 60% off sale, but you can also get an extra 10% off with my code ANNA10. So as I said, if you have any questions, please put them down below that I haven't answered already. As always, if you buy anything and when you get it, please tag me in all of your orders. I will be doing a giveaway as well, so keep an eye out on my Instagram for that. But happy shopping, and I'll see you on my next video.